So I would like to ask the second presenter, Guang-jie, to start the presentation.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon. So I will start the presentation, and this topic and project is promoted by Professor Guang-jie Zhao and Chao. And I'm Li Chao from Zhejiang Sci-Tech University, which is located in Hangzhou, China. It's my pleasure to present here, and today the subject of my report is the landmark classics in the cultural history of Shira-Wood utensils. So the report will cover the following four aspects. In this report, we want to talk about the cultural characteristics of Shira-Wood and the Hongmu, the wood, and their differences, and the cultural connotation and the techniques of landmark classics in the cultural history of Shira-Wood utensils in the narrow concept. The object is to establish the status of the Shira-Wood utensil culture in the cultural category of wood species, and further build up cultural confidence in promoting Shira-Wood culture. Then here we want to discuss the cultural characteristics of Shira-Wood. We will talk about the differences in cultural characteristics of Shira-Wood, which means softwood with a density of less than 0.5 gram per cubic centimeter, and the Hongmu, the wood, hardwood with a density more than 0.7 gram per cubic centimeter. There are entirely different value orientations and aesthetic conscious between them. The first is the soft and hard view. The texture of Hongmu is similar to that of metal. The texture of Shira-Wood is softer than that of Hongmu wood. For example, the surface of Japanese cypress wood is very soft, like a painted silk. The second is light and heavy view. Hongmu wood is rich in color. For example, purple is regarded as a noble color, such as the The second is the light and heavy view. Hongmu has a high density and belongs to the Wei culture. Heavy implies the Chinese cultural concept of aristocracy, honor, nobility. Shira-Wood has a low density and belongs to the lightweight culture. Light implies the Oriental cultural concepts of saving and easy. And next is rich and light color view. Hongmu wood is rich in color. For example, the purple is regarded as a noble color, such as the Emperor city called the Forbidden City. And Shira-Wood is light in color, such as the wood color white as pure, bright, clear, and other commentary. And the last one is about a simple and complex view. Hongmu wood figures are diverse and various, showing various complex patterns of figures. For example, the ghost face pattern, like in the left figures, in the slides, and the ghost face pattern of yellow rosewood had the meaning of beautiful, peace, and auspicious. Shira-Wood figures are more monotonous, neat, and orderly, showing a single, simple pattern. For example, in the right of the slide, the strips of cypress has positive meaning, such as clean, direct, and refined. And then we want to talk about the landmark classics of Shira-Wood utensils. We can learn that the chronological records of the publication of classic works of Shira-Wood utensils in different regions, which can also be described as landmark classics in the cultural progress of Shira-Wood utensils. So I will show you a table. So from the table, Shira-Wood utensils involve hunting, palaces, temples, furniture, bowls, tombs, musical instruments, chess site, and other cultural areas of life. From the table, we can see humans have a long history of using or utilizing Shira-Wood to live or survive, and Shira-Wood played a significant role in different stages of human civilization history. So here, as shown in the picture, the wood spear with European spurs was found in Arz foothill, common in Germany, 400,000 years ago. In European, spur is widely distributed and highly used. It has a high artistic, aesthetic, and full cultural value. Here we can see from the picture it's a canal. We can see this canal is an 800-year-old canal made of silvestrate and earth in Hangzhou, which is located in China. Maybe this is it is known as the first boat in China. The practice of the bone loss with fire and then repeatedly chipping away at the canals with adze is one of the symbols of technical progress in wood processing in Neolithic age. This picture is a silvestrate for canal. This is the picture of Hemudu set in Yuyao, Zhejiang province in China. The stilt style architecture was used Cyprus family in 7,000 years ago. The stilt style building material cedar fir, the frame structure of a building is incredible invention in architectural technology, which laid the foundation of the ancient wooden building. The steel building are the traditional dwelling of Miao, Buyi, Dong, Tujia, and other ethnic groups in China. There are many steel buildings in southeast Chongqing, North Guangxi, West Hunan, West Hubei, and southeast Guizhou. In many regions of China, the steel buildings is built near the river. And from the picture, this is Fenghuang. Fenghuang was an ancient town built in the Ming Dynasty, maybe in 1556. It is located in the southwest of Tujia and Miao Autonomous Prefecture of Hunan province. And from the picture, this is a place to preserve the integrity of Miao nationality, primitive ecology, culture. It is connected by more than 10 natural villages built along the mountains. The largest Miao nationality villages in China and maybe the world. And from the picture, we can see this is a 42-meter long weighs about 20 tons, and is made of more than 1,220 wooden planks. This solar ship is considered to be the oldest, most complicated, and the most speculated ship ever excavated in the world. And this, the cedar of Lebanon wood, is a material of solar ship. The Bible called cedar the king of plants, and the ancient legend of cedar is planted by God, so called it God's tree or a divine tree. The cedar trees in the park in Beirut and the capital of Lebanon. This is the cultural connotation of cedar in Lebanon. For example, Lebanon cedar trunk store street and the cone of the triangle tower looks beautiful and a symbol of the purity and the eternal life. And next, we want to introduce a kind of product in China. Maybe we call it guqin, also as yao guqin. Yuqin is a traditional Chinese plank string instrument with more than 3,000 years of history. We can see from the picture, guqin panel generally use tongue, fir, and other wood. Wood texture is straight, and the ancient tongue wood, ancient temple being hanging bellwood, or ancient coffin old wood is better. The candle nut wood is the most commonly used for making guqin. This picture shows all kinds of guqin in the museum. Next, we want to introduce the form of constructing underground tomb in ancient China, which we call the Huangyang Qicou. It is a site of burying gear used by the emperor, empress, and kings and other Han dynasty. Cypress yellow heart to try to confine outside, so-called Huangyang. The wood is inward, so it's called Qicou. Yellow heart cypress wood to do Qicou is mainly based on the yellow heart cypress wood. Excellent materials, straight texture, fine texture, water resistant, strong road resistant, and other property. A wooden wall of 15,880 pieces of separate wood has been discovered at Han Dynasty tomb in Dabaotai, Beijing, China. Guang-jie Temple is located in Japan for over 1,400 years. It is the oldest Japanese cypress wood structure buildings in Japan. And this is Japan. This is Japan Hokkien. So about 500 years ago, the dance grape answer plate, known as the Ming plate, was made of tertiary wood with bone. So it's a special accumulation of more than 400 years of age, but with bone raw materials. So this is the materials. Okay, this is the state of Buddha, which made from this kind of wood. Here is a wooden carved bridge dating from the Western Han Dynasty. Here is the oldest surviving volume was made by the made in Italy. And this is the piano at about 1,700, made about the world's oldest surviving piano. So the material used are cypress. So here, let's say we got the last part. In general, landmark classic works of Shira-Wood were involved hunting and other fields, which showed the wide range of cultural life of Shira-Wood Utilization and its long cultural journey. And second, landmark classic works in the cultural course of Shira-Wood Utilization have the intentional characteristics of outstanding material selection. And the Shira-Wood Utilized culture is unique in the cultural category of rare wood publications. Maybe we can see it plays a role in developing wood culture. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the very nice talk and overview of some very interesting wood species.